surge in demand for this commodity simply because tin is absolutely essential for soldering those advanced AI components together. So while the amateur crowd is blindly chasing the next overhyped software startup or just obsessing over NVIDIA, the real smart money is quietly buying up the raw, unglamorous materials you need to physically build the AI infrastructure. BBC Business really hit the nail on the head here. They said, follow the money, the chips powering AI. Despite the broader tech sell-off, chip stocks are already selectively bouncing back from what traders call oversold conditions, which basically just means they dropped way too fast too soon. And why are they bouncing back? Because the underlying demand is just insatiable. Major tech companies are literally cutting jobs in other, less profitable divisions, specifically so they can redirect hundreds of billions of dollars straight into AI hardware. Plus, we're seeing a wave of upcoming IPOs from AI rivals just racing to list their shares. The capital is flowing directly into the hardware foundation. That brings us to Section 3, hiding in plain sight. Let's shift our investigation toward another huge opportunity created by this rotation. Whenever a market goes through a mega rotation like this, incredible value gets left behind. The baby gets thrown out with the bathwater, and that creates some really remarkable value plays for anyone who's actually paying attention. For instance, check this out, an 8.7% dividend yield. That is a massive yield, and it's currently available in select, deeply established tech stocks. We aren't talking about speculative, fly-by-night operations here. These are mature businesses generating huge piles of cash. But because the crowd is so singularly obsessed with chasing the next speculative AI moonshot, they're completely ignoring these income-generating powerhouses. They're literally leaving an 8.7% yield right on the table, creating a beautiful, classic value opportunity for contrarian investors. Another area hiding in plain sight is what Forbes explicitly calls the hidden opportunity, corporate spin-offs. Right now, massive legacy companies are actively breaking themselves apart. They're spinning off their non-core divisions so the parent company can focus entirely on the AI race. And here's the kicker. Historically and statistically, Forbes notes that these spun-off companies routinely actually outperform their parent companies in the first 2 years of their existence.
So the really crucial point here is understanding exactly why these spin-offs are such a good deal right now. Well, it all comes down to market mechanics. See, when a company spins off a division, massive institutional investors and index funds are often strictly mandated to sell or just dump those new shares simply to rebalance their portfolios. It's in their rules. This forced selling creates a completely artificial price drop that has absolutely nothing to do with the real value of the business. It's a very well-documented market inefficiency. For individual investors who don't have all those institutional constraints, it's a prime opportunity to grab great standalone businesses at a really steep discount. It's kind of like an insider secret, just hiding right in plain sight.
Next up is Section 4, the Fed and insiders. Now, let's zoom out to the macro picture for a second, because this mega rotation obviously isn't happening in a vacuum. The twin drivers of our current market conditions are monetary policy on one hand and geopolitical stability on the other. On the monetary side, we have the U.S. Federal Reserve, which just held its first rate meeting with new chair Kevin Warsh. Now, rate decisions directly impact tech valuations, right? Because higher rates make future tech profits less valuable today, which just naturally introduces some uncertainty. But then, on the flip side, investors are simultaneously watching geopolitical developments, specifically the optimism surrounding a potential U.S.-Iran deal, which acts as a really stabilizing tailwind. These two massive forces are basically dictating the pace and the direction of the capital flow. So, let's see how these macro forces actually create an actionable signal.